What's up, Steelers fans? Welcome to the channel, your go-to space for exclusive news, analysis, and everything happening on and off the field in Pittsburgh. Today, we're talking about a move that might seem small at first glance, but has an important impact on our defense: the re-signing of versatile defensive back Deshaun Jamison to the practice squad. But hold on, there's a lot more info about him, a promising prospect, and even trade rumors that could shake up our roster. So stick with me until the end, because this is content you don't want to miss. Before we dive in, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. It's quick, it's free, and it helps us keep bringing exclusive Steelers content to you. Let's go. Let's start with who's back on the team: Deshaun Jamison. The 26-year-old defensive back has just been re-signed to the Steelers practice squad, but anyone who follows his career knows Jamison is much more than just a practice player. He began his journey as an undrafted free agent in 2023, signing with the 49ers before moving to the Panthers, where he played 15 games and started in 2. In total, he recorded 5 tackles and defended 1 pass, numbers that may not seem impressive, but they show his potential, especially playing in the slot, where he's extremely agile and smart. In college, Jamison shined at the University of Texas: 60 games, 40 starts, 139 tackles, 23 passes defended, 2 fumble recoveries, and even a touchdown on an interception return. He's also historically notable in kick returns, ranking 4th in UT history with 1,435 return yards. At his pro day, he impressed with a 4.51-second 40-yard dash, showing speed and explosiveness that could make a real difference on our roster. In this year's preseason, he logged 8 tackles, 1 for loss, 1 QB hit, and 1 forced fumble, showing he hasn't lost his rhythm. The team placed him on the practice squad, but he's still free to be signed by other franchises. The question now is, will he earn a spot on the main roster during the season? To me, he's a player who could surprise when given the opportunity. Speaking of young talent, the Steelers are keeping an eye on defensive reinforcements, and Jamison could be a complementary piece. Beyond him, the team should also consider prospects in the upcoming draft that fit critical positions in the secondary and pass rush. One name circulating among scouts is prospect name, a cornerback who had an incredible college season, showing above-average speed, the ability to cover in any situation, and excellent game awareness. The prospect has participated in recent combines and meetings with the team, showing he could quickly adapt to Pittsburgh's defensive philosophy. If the front office selects him, he could fill a depth need in the roster, especially considering the heavy rotation in the secondary during the season. And now, to heat things up, rumors indicate the Steelers might be looking at external reinforcements via trade. One name being discussed is other team player name, an experienced defensive back who could immediately strengthen our pass defense and help in clutch moments of games. The negotiation is still early, but it involves contract details and draft picks that could make the team rethink priorities. If it happens, it could shift the defensive dynamic and give Jamison a chance to grow alongside the rookies, creating an interesting combination of experience and youth. So, fans, what do you think about the re-signing of Deshaun Jamison? Does he deserve more chances on the main roster? And regarding the prospects and potential trades, who would you like to see arriving in Pittsburgh to strengthen our defense? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear everything you think. Today we're talking about a name that's been buzzing in recent rumors: Brandin Cooks, the veteran wide receiver who, despite 12 seasons in the NFL, remains a very real threat in the passing game. Yes, it's true, he's no longer at the peak of his physical prime like a few years ago, but his speed, experience, and game awareness make him a strategic complement for any team aiming for the Super Bowl right now. Cooks has always been a reliable receiver. In his last full season, he caught over 50 passes for nearly 700 yards, numbers that show he can still produce on a competitive team. His ability to get open on deep routes, find space, and create big plays makes him a versatile option for any offensive coordinator. For the New Orleans Saints, who are in a rebuilding phase with Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shaw trying to establish themselves as quarterbacks, Cooks could be more valuable as a draft asset than as a roster player. A move that allows them to receive a future draft pick could accelerate the construction of their young team while giving the Steelers the opportunity to add a player who still has a lot to offer. If this move happens, the Pittsburgh Steelers would gain an experienced receiver who could become the second option behind DK Metcalf, while Calvin Austin III continues to grow as an explosive play threat. Cook's presence could change the offensive dynamic, freeing up Metcalf for deep attacks, providing a reliable option on third downs and critical conversions, and allowing the young receivers to develop without carrying the full pressure of the offense. With Aaron Rodgers leading the offense, having Cooks on the roster would be a strategic luxury, a player who can move the chains in critical situations, create separation against tight coverage, and bring experience to high-pressure games. This is exactly what the Steelers needed to complement their aerial arsenal and increase offensive versatility. According to Bleacher Report, the Saints might be willing to send Cooks to Pittsburgh in exchange for a fifth-round pick in the 2026 draft. For New Orleans, letting go of a player of his caliber isn't an easy decision, but with a young receiving core like Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, and Devon Vele, this move could be very attractive. An extra pick to strengthen their future while giving space for their young talent to shine. For the Steelers, this acquisition fits perfectly with the win-now strategy. Aaron Rodgers as the leader, DK Metcalf as the main threat, and Brandin Cooks as the reliable receiver who can make a difference in close games and critical situations. Additionally, he would be a great mentor for Austin III and Pickens, who could develop with more confidence and calm. Now, we want to hear your opinion, Steelers Nation. Do you think Brandin Cooks can elevate Pittsburgh's offense this season? Or do you think his age and physical wear could be a risk for the team? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, subscribe if you haven't yet, and like the video if you enjoyed this analysis. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video with more exclusive Steelers news.